Tell me, what's all this commotion about?
It's the Denton and Sasquatch Show.
Our Christmas opus.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all.
Hello and ho, ho, ho. Welcome to the Denton and Sasquatch Show. My name is Sasquatch, and the jolly old elf on the other end of the line, well, that is Denton. How you doing, buddy?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, this is our somewhat Christmas edition of the show, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So what's going on over there in your neck of the woods?
Not much. I got a Christmas package from the Sasquatch.
Did you now?
I did. Somewhere along the lines, he figured out that I do really love Knott's Berry Farm's boysenberry cookies. I got 2 big boxes of those things. Not only that, I don't think anybody's ever heard of boysenberry mustard.
Mm-hmm. I hadn't heard of it until I saw it. Mm-hmm.
They go good with your biscuits. I can tell you already. Mm.
Well, I'm going to have to try some of that then. I sent it to you as to make you the guinea pig, but since you said it's good, I'm going to have to try some.
I'm the guinea pig, and I approve of that mustard.
Didn't approved.
Now, that's not the only Christmas present we've gotten.
Oh, yeah? What else did you get?
Tax bill. It's now a law.
Yay!
Donald Trump done put his seal of approval on it, and it is now law of the land. So,
well, it's driving the liberals crazy, so it's got to be a good thing.
Oh, yeah, it is. According to your girlfriend over yonder, Nancy Pelosi, this is doomsday. It's the end of the world.
Did you hear Nancy talking about the DACA kids the other day?
Mm-mm.
I guess they've been, of course, they're going to scream and yell and demand what they want, but they were demanding that something get done before the end of the year for DACA, and Nancy Pelosi in a speech said, well, don't worry now. We're going to get something done in January, and that's still this year.
There's only so much plastic surgery can do. It can't fix the brain.
I'm going to send the woman a calendar for Christmas.
I'll bet she's going to get a lot of those in her office. But that still won't make her any smarter.
Nope.
But the beautiful thing about this is now this could be, hopefully, if everything goes correctly, a Merry Christmas that follows on through the rest of the year. And further than that, businesses should be able to grow. Corporations will come back to America, where they should never have left to begin with. And our people will be employed and getting pay raises. And as a matter of fact, a bunch of corporations, in celebration of this bill being made law, gave their employees $1,000 bonuses.
I heard about that.
We're talking tens of thousands of employees getting $1,000 bonuses.
So I guess you could say we're making America great again?
It would seem that way. Now, I don't know about you, but this bill is going to make it to where, it'll be basically, I get paid every other week. It'll be an extra paycheck.
Wow, that's not too shabby.
I like it. I do. Now, the Dems, according to them, and I see technically they're correct when they say that, well, the corporate cuts are eternal, but the individual cuts are only for a while, for a few years, and then that expires. Have you ever heard this thing called the Affordable Care Act? You
mean Obamacare?
That's it. Talk about eternal. We can't get rid of that. We couldn't put a stake through it and get rid of it. It is here forever. I guess we could try to lob its head off like they do in The Walking Dead, but it'll come back.
Well, at least we got rid of the mandate.
Well, and that's good. I'm glad about that. But it's still there. And that's how this tax cut's going to be. When it expires, before it expires, don't you think that, please let the Democrats be in power?
Oh,
let them be in power.
Well, I would hope they'd never get back in power, but if that happens, I'd rather it happen when that thing expires.
That's what I'm saying, because you know what? People are going to howl. And if they don't extend it or make it permanent, it's on them. I love it. I love it when a Trump plan comes together.
Quoting Hannibal from the A-Team.
I love the A-Team.
Of course. It's a great show.
So I just wanted to point that it is. But I just wanted to point out that already this is starting out to be such a wonderful Christmas and a great New Year.
Yes, it is. So far, so good. Hey, speaking of the A-Team really quick, great show because they would fire thousands of rounds and nobody would ever die.
The only show that made it big while missing entirely.
Exactly. All right, well, let's see what I got over here. Not to bring down your good news about the tax bill, but apparently the Grinch practices Islam. Did you know that?
Well, what else would he practice?
The FBI said Friday that it found a martyrdom letter and several guns in the home of former Marine who said he wanted to carry out a Christmas Day attack on San Francisco's Pier 39, a popular tourist destination. Everett Aaron Jameson, 26, a Modesto truck driver, was charged Friday with attempting to provide material support to a foreign terrorist organization. James told an undercover agent that he believed to be associated with senior leadership of the Islamic State group that he wanted to conduct a violent attack on Pier 39, which is packed with restaurants, bars, and souvenir shops because it is heavily crowded. This is according to the FBI affidavit. He told the undercover agent that Christmas Day would be the perfect day to commit the attack and that he did not need an escape plan because he was ready to die. He asked for help obtaining a fully automatic military assault rifle, either an M16 or an AK-47, you know, those evil black guns, along with ammunition and materials to make explosives, including nails, timers, and remote detonators. His father, Gordon Jameson, said he believes the FBI has the facts wrong. He wouldn't do anything like that to innocent people, the elder James told the Merced Sun-Star. He's a loving, kind person that would never hurt nobody. Yeah.
Didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we've heard that before. Apparently, Jameson had posted radical jihadist messages online, including expressing support for the Halloween terror attack, to know that we Muslims are finally hitting back. Jameson had attended Marine basic recruit training in 2009 and earned a sharpshooter rifle qualification. He was, however, discharged for failing to disclose his history of asthma. He referred to his military service in comments to undercover agents. I've been trained in combat and things of war, Jameson told the agent. Jameson made a pledge to the Muslim faith 2 years ago at an Islamic center in Merced, according to the affidavit. So they caught his roly-poly little ass, and thank goodness his plans won't be happening.
For those who don't know weapons qualifications in the military, he achieved sharpshooter. You've got marksman, which is, okay, you qualified, to sharpshooter, which is, all right, you did better than them, but you ain't all that in a bag of grits, to expert. Expert means you just earned yourself a jar of Knott's Berry Farm boysenberry mustard.
Wow, I'd do good for that.
Yeah, I would be ashamed if I didn't qualify expert, but that roly-poly little feller, I guess he's proud of it. But all right, so he was going to, I guess he was going to use his tow truck to run people over?
Yeah, he said he was willing to do that. You know, obviously, he was basically talking out his ass because, you know, he tried to make it sound like he was some great military guy, but he just got discharged because he had asthma and lied about it.
If he's going to sit in a truck, I guess he ain't got to worry about running.
Yeah. I've been to Merced. Yeah, I could see why he would be driving a tow truck and converting to Islam because it's just a hole.
Yeah, oh, really, is it?
Yeah, there's not much going on out there.
Well, he'd have blown the rest of it up, or he'd have tried to anyway. You know, this is not the only thing. New York PD has already announced that it's stepping up security around churches on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but added they weren't doing so in response to a specific threat. No.
Yeah, I think there's a threat out there.
Yeah, but not a specific threat. It's a general threat. It's called Islam.
Oh, the new normal, you mean?
Exactly. Thank you, Bush, and thank you, Obama. You just let them all in. Now they're going to act all crazy on us. But, you know, think about Christmas Day. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Except for not for you NYPD guys. You are going to have to work overtime. You're not going to go home. You heavy weapons guys, you're going to be patrolling. SWAT guys, special weapons and tactics, you are going to be on standby. Everybody get ready because, wait a minute, who is the mayor of New York City?
Is it de Blasio? I can't keep track of those liberal a-holes.
Yeah, any of them. They're all Democrats. They're all for Islam and everything. Well, great. Oh, there's also a sanctuary city.
Well, Feliz Navidad.
Well, hey, you can't discriminate. Sanctuary is not just for Central American people. That's wrong. That's racist. What about the folks from Nigeria?
Well, of course.
From Somalia?
Yes.
Oh, and furthermore, let's don't be racist. That little roly-poly Marines don't like to be called ex-Marines, but he's an ex-Marine. That ex-Marine is not a Middle Eastern guy. He's as white as I am.
No, he's not Middle Eastern, but he converted to Islam, so.
Yep. But that right there is what you call a homegrown terrorist. Yes. They always try to make it sound like a homegrown terrorist is like that dude that blew up an abortion clinic, those kind of people, which is so few and far between. But you got to watch out for those right-wingers. Wait,
of course.
What's this cat here?
He's a lone wolf.
He's a lone wolf. He has no connection to Islam or anything else. He just happened to get all happy. So anyway.
Hey, speaking of fat guys, don't you have a story about another little fat roly-poly?
Beautiful segue. You heard this fellow named Kim Jong-un?
Yes.
Well, he's being taken to task by the International Court of Screw You.
I like that court.
Yeah. We got this little firebrand named Nikki Haley. She is the United States ambassador to the United Cotton-Picking Nations. Screw them. But, hey, it is what it is. We've got it, whether we like it or not. But the sanctions, the United Nations Security Council placed new sanctions on North Korea on Friday that significantly choked off fuel supplies and orders North Koreans working overseas to return home in what may prove the last test of whether any amount of economic pressure can force the isolated country ruled by that little roly-poly bum to reverse course on its nuclear weapons program. And by the way, they're making all the little North Koreans go home because he gets like $500 million a year for these people. They're working overseas and they send them money home.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm not surprised.
The sanctions proposed by the United States and adopted by a vote of 15-0. Nobody crossed us on this one. We're the third imposed this year in an escalating effort to force North Korea into negotiations. China and Russia joined the vote in a striking display of unity, but only after Trump administration agreed to soften a couple of provisions. All right, well, you're going to choke them off with the fuel. That's going to hurt them bad. Okay, so I like this Nikki Haley woman.
Yeah, she's pretty easy on the eyes.
Well, that too, but she is she's tough.
Yeah.
Now we get 8 years of Trump, and I think that, hey, you know how Hillary failed to be the first woman president?
Yes.
I can see her being the first woman president.
I did see an article touting that, saying the headline said, Nikki Haley, first woman president? ? I'd vote for her.
Well, let's erase that question mark.
Yeah, I'd vote for her.
Definitely. Now, here's a question. Do you think this is going to make the little fat bum back out?
No, most likely not.
I don't either. I mean, he's dead set on having his nuclear program, and he's got it, and he's got his missile program. So what are they going to do?
Well,
starve him out? They're hurting.
He's convinced that if he doesn't have it, we're going to attack him, which couldn't be further from the truth. So, but I mean, that's what he grew up listening to. He's indoctrinated. So, whatever.
We never attacked him before he started this crap.
No, but I mean, that's what they preach to the people over there. Oh, America, the big bad evil, they're going to come take us over, which we don't want them or their little part of the country.
Yeah, we want so much to have an impoverished nation.
Yes, that's all we need is more refugees from North Korea.
We should make them a territory.
So they can complain whenever they don't get aid fast enough?
They don't have to worry about being citizens. I mean, not like an estate, but they get all the benefits. They get the benefits without the responsibilities. And so that should be enough to just kind of taunt them to say, look here, be part of us and you'll be okay. But then again, China won't like that. Or will they? That could be a way for China to get into the United States other than just buying us out outright.
I was going to say, they're already here.
Yeah. But I see an upside to that. Except for us, it would be a big-time downside. But I'd just send nuke them.
Well, instead of all this gloom and doom, let's have some Christmas fun.
Jingle bells, shotgun shells, Santa Claus is dead.
Yeah, I pulled up a few stories here that I thought would be good for our Christmas show. A five-year-old Tylon Pittman. He was watching some YouTube videos of how the Grinch stole Christmas in his home in Mississippi when he suddenly became afraid. So, of course, he did what any 5-year-old would do. He reached for the house phone and called 911. And here is little Tylon Pittman's 911 conversation.
Hello? Yes. Who am I speaking with? This is the Byron Police Department. We had a 911 hang-up from this number.
Okay. I just trying to tell you something. Watch for the Grinch, because the Grinch gonna steal Christmas, okay?
Okay, do you have any adults there with you?
My mom gone.
How old are you?
I think after I grow up, I'm gonna be a police.
You are? What's your name?
Tyler Pittman. Y'all can call me if you want to, cause I will help y'all. I'm too fast.
Oh, really?
My dad said talk to you. This 911.
911?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Hello?
Yes, this is the Byron Police Department. We had several 911 hang-ups from this number.
Boy, you been playing on the phone? Huh? Man, I'm sorry. This is my son playing on the phone.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He called in saying that the Grinch was trying to steal his Christmas. So it's definitely been the most interesting thing that's happened as far as 911 hang-ups for me.
I'm sorry. Hey, the Grinch ain't gonna steal your Christmas, boy. You can stop watching cartoons so much.
So y'all have a Merry Christmas, okay?
Man, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, you've been playing with the phone? That's my favorite line from that entire thing.
Well, that's just as cute as a speckled pup.
It turned out even better. The police invited Tylon and his family to the police station on Monday. When the 5-year-old arrived, they surprised him with a real-life Grinch, which was somebody dressed up in a Grinch costume, who was in a police car. They told Tylon to lock him up. Tylon took the Grinch by the hand and put him in a holding cell and locked the door. So that's kind of a nice thing the cops did for the family.
He's a future cop.
Also,
and he got the bad guy.
Yes, he did. Coming out of Garland, Texas, a photograph went viral on the internet. During this time of the year, thousands of children head to malls and shopping centers to get a few minutes with Santa Claus. Recently, a woman was in line with her son to see Santa at the Bass Pro Shop in Garland when she overheard another little boy's unusual request. She told KXAS that all he wanted for Christmas was good health for his dad and help with the family medical bills. St. Nicholas told the boy, who was identified as Jacob Cocker, that he specializes in toys but offered to pray with him. I asked that the Lord would help him with the pain and that he would have enough joy in his heart to get through the pain, he said. A photo of Jacob and Santa praying together was captured by other families in line and posted on social media. KXAS reports that Jacob's father has been in and out of the hospital for 2 years because of a blood disorder. However, doctors have not been able to pinpoint the cause of what was behind the condition. So that was very sweet of that Santa to do that.
Since the photograph, the ACLU has been working diligently to have the little boy, Santa Claus, and the father thrown in jail for violating the First Amendment, even though it really doesn't violate the First Amendment, but that's beside the point.
Didn't made that up. It was actually a wonderful story.
Bah humbug.
Hey, I got some Christmas gifts according to Amazon. Favorite Christmas gifts around the country. Alabama, you know what big seller there is?
I think I mentioned shotgun shells.
Nope. The biggest seller is Gorilla Duct Tape.
For those kidnapping specialties, you're going to need Gorilla Duct Tape.
Yes. Connecticut is the DVD box set of This Is Us Season 1. I'm sure you don't know what that is, but it's some chick show, so not surprising Connecticut would be buying that.
And you're right. I have no idea.
The only reason I know is because Lady Sass watches it, so... let's see. Kentucky.
Speaking of being held hostage.
Yes. Kentucky, The Sun and Her Flowers poetry book. What are you doing, Kentucky?
What?
Montana is the 3M particulate respirator. I guess they're cooking some meth there in Montana.
Painting cars and cooking meth.
Wisconsin enjoys the Himalayan hand-carved salt lamp.
Don't know what to say about that.
California,
I have no idea.
California is big on the NutriBullet high-speed blender, which I happen to have one.
What does it do?
It's just a little blender for making like smoothies or shakes or anything. It's like real high speed. It grinds everything real fine.
Oh, your little health food tofu drinks.
Yeah, sort of. I guess.
Will it blend a steak?
Probably would. I use it to blend dates when I make granola bars.
Granola bars. Jeez.
Yes. Hey, I take them hiking. Shut up. And good old Oklahoma, the Black and Decker lithium-ion drill set, which is that's a good gift. I'd take it.
I like your name for it better, Black and Deather. This here's a Black and Deather drill.
I was hesitating on whether to do this story, but I figure I should.
Do it.
Excuse me.
You.
This is out of Ireland. 3 Sika deer have been shot at close range by poachers at a children's winter wonderland experience, leaving a trail of blood and a bullet lodged in a tree. The deer pen was discovered empty when a staff member at DuJois, I don't know how to say that, golf club, which was hosting the Santa's Journey event, went to feed the animals on the morning of December 15th. The man found a trail of blood leading from the golf course to the main road. Visiting children were told that the deer were resting to prepare for the to fly with Father Christmas on his sleigh.
Aye, laddies, the deer are fine. They just have a drink at O'Leary's bar. They'll be fine for Christmas night.
Yeah, I'm thinking someone tied one on at the local pub and ended up shooting all the deer.
A couple of tourist Americans. They smuggled the rifles with them. By golly, it's Christmas tradition. We go hunting.
Very true. Finishing out our Christmas news here. Christmas can kill, unfortunately. Man, I thought these were supposed to be happy stories.
You picked them up.
I know. Doug Mewson's home has become a spectacle each December for more than 3 decades, decorated from top to bottom in Christmas lights. But this year, visitors aren't just flocking to the home in Ontario, Canada to take in the sights. They're also paying tribute to the man who made the Christmas season extra colorful. While up on a ladder tending to his display Monday, the 82-year-old Burlington man fell and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Burlington's mayor calls the news devastating, particularly as Mewson had been trying to fix a leak causing water to drip onto the sidewalk for fear that visitors might slip and fall. So to me, that says bad kids, because if you're letting your 82-year-old father go up and decorate lights on a house, you're a bad child.
You don't have 80-something-year-old parents, do you?
No, my dad's in his 70s, 76, I believe.
They're sneaky.
Yes, you know what? I'm glad you said that, because our next story proves just that. Mr. and Mrs. Claus, is that you? An elderly couple arrested in Nebraska with 60 pounds of marijuana told police Tuesday that they were planning to give out the drugs as Christmas presents. York authorities say they pulled over a Toyota Tacoma after the driver failed to signal and drove over the center line of the road. Inside the vehicle, they found Patrick and Barbara Giron, 80 and 83 respectively, and 60 pounds of high-grade marijuana meant as Christmas gifts they were taking to Vermont. One of the officials said the street value of the drugs was $336,000. The couple were booked into the York County Jail with charges of felony drug possession. So the old folks are smuggling drugs for Christmas.
Colorado Santa Claus got nabbed.
He did?
300,000. Yeah, well, when I think of marijuana, I think of Colorado. $300,000 worth of Christmas gifts.
I guess they're very generous.
Very. I want their job. Now, somebody ought to tell them it's ho, 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 not hi, hi, hi.
Well, that's about it for all the Christmas stories. I mean, are we going to wrap it up with the same one, or are we going to make something up new for this Christmas show?
What do you want for Christmas? What are you looking for?
I would like some boysenberry mustard.
I can tell you where to get some and pick me up some more.
You know what? I don't know. I don't really have any specific. I just want to buy a house, and Santa's not going to bring that for me. So,
No, I just want world peace.
oh, you could be a contestant in the Miss USA pageant.
That and a very strong military-industrial complex. Well, that will bring world peace, won't it?
That will.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we should remember the reason for the season, and that is Jesus. And he's no longer in the manger. He's full grown, died for our sins, and he sits at the right hand of our Father. So individually, we are not doomed. But nationally speaking, SAS, let's face it, we are doomed. So other than Merry Christmas, what should we do?
Drink some eggnog.
Good night.